tour of my 2021 Ram ProMaster 3500 van that has been converted into awesomeness. Let's check it out. So here she is. This is Orca van. She lovingly received this name because of her black and white markings and the fact that I love everything that has to do with the ocean. So let's check out what's inside. I was really fortunate during my van searches to find a couple who was moving out of the country and was selling this beautiful van that they lived in for 3 months. They had it converted, and it's pretty nice. It was almost everything that I was looking for. So it did not have these bug screens when I first got it. This was something that I purchased and added on. Huge shout out to Bug Wall for their help with getting the right size and fit. And I actually have one in the back too, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But this one, you just kind of walk in and it separates, which is really fun. So as soon as you enter in the van, you're greeted by the little banquette that you can sit at here. It has a Laguna swivel table and 2 little benches. We have some counter space. We have a queen size bed. I was looking for something that had at least a queen, so that was perfect. We have a fridge. We have a full size sink and a 2-burner induction cooktop. So let's go through everything here. So this is a 2-burner induction cooktop. Love it. I do use it when we're on the road. It makes it really easy to just pull over and cook something quick. I also really enjoy opening up the door and having a view while I'm cooking. Now, today's view is not that great. Those are my trash cans. But we have pulled over on, let's say, the side of Cadillac Mountain and had this beautiful view in the background at sunset. I cooked dinner and we ate right there, which has been really nice. So we love having the induction cooktop. It does use a lot of power. We have a solar system, which I'll show you in a little bit. So it does use a good amount of power. I'd say it uses about 15% of our solar for that day when we do use it. So we just have to plan accordingly. But it's great to have that here and super convenient. I don't know what this is. This is just a piece of wood. This is my full-size farmhouse style sink. And I love having this. I had a small scamp trailer, a little 13-foot trailer before this. Did not have a big sink at all, so this has been very convenient. It has one of the regular style faucets with the hose there. You can actually take this outside and use it to like wash your hair or just rinse off really quick if you went to the beach. But we do have an outdoor shower, so I'll show you that too. I keep this in here just to kind of drain the dishes, and it's nice and cute RV size. But as you can see, there's lots of room to wash your dishes in here, coffee pot, and wash the coffee pot in here, pans, pots, pans, all that good stuff. So I really like having that. And then underneath here we have a small mini fridge. Not loving it. It's really small. What do we have? Oh, pretty much just like a little bit of food and some drinks. So my plan when this one starts to get a little older is based on the battery system and what it will handle. I'm going to put in one that fits sort of that whole space and take that drawer out on top, so we get a little bit more fridge space, because I need it, definitely. This is just a drawer. I keep all the silverware and stuff in it right now. So underneath the sink, there's some more storage. I kind of keep my appliances under there. Not very well organized right now. I know, guys, I gotta build some shelves. But it's a lot of storage, so that's really nice to have. And then I thought this was really cool. They put in this pull-out trash can, and then every inch of storage counts. Trash bags. I even have cleaning supplies on that side, so that drawer is really helpful. And then underneath the induction cooktop, this is the junk drawer. This is like emergency, like cords and bungees and batteries and rope and all that good stuff that you might need while you're on the road. So a nice little bit of storage there. All right, I added these shelves on. I just needed like room for quick stuff. So your hand soap, your dish soap, antibacterial stuff, salt, pepper, cleaner, my candle that I like having, bug spray, all of that. And then I added these banana hammocks just for a little extra storage. I put my bread up here and like tortillas and like baked goods and stuff. So we have another one here. Those have been really helpful. Overhead storage. It came with plenty of overhead storage. So I keep kind of cups and plates in here. I think we have the coffee maker. We have some jugs of water. I have blankets in this one. And then extra sheets in the one in the back over the bed. On this side, I call this the pantry because we have most of like our canned goods, our coffee. I put these little baskets in just to make it easier to keep stuff up there when we open it after being on the road for a little while. It doesn't fall out. This is my emergency kind of first aid, Tylenol, rubbing alcohol, all that good stuff. And then this is the linen closet. It's jammed full. We're getting ready to hit the road. So all the towels and stuff go in there. So that's the overhead storage. And then let's check out the bed in the back. So this is an RV queen. So it's almost a queen. It's a queen like this way, but not fully this way. And I think it's like 4 inches shorter this way. So hopefully, if you're getting a van, you're not super tall. If you are, you might want to either put the bed this way or get like a bump out. I've seen people do that are over 6 feet tall. Neither me or my husband are over 6 feet tall, so we're fine. I actually sleep on this side, so I kind of have a little extra room. I'm a little taller than he is for my feet, but it's fine. It works out great. So over the headboard, we have these little like reading lights. Those come in handy at night. It came with the prior owners had blackout panels for all the windows. I keep the ones in the back. These come in and out. I just keep those 2 in the back because we don't really need them when we drive, and it's just easier. And then these ones all come out during the day, and I store them up overhead. This is kind of like all my blackout panel storage. I have the visor, visor for like the front window. I throw raincoats up here just as a backup in case we need them when we're traveling. But it didn't have anything in the back. So this blackout, it rolls up so you can see out of it. But it's actually the other bug wall. So it's fully screened from top to bottom. When we're camping, if it's a really hot night, we can actually have that door wide open with the screen. We can have that door wide open with the screen and just let that beautiful breeze come through. And we'll probably be doing it this weekend because it is July in New England. I think it's about 90 today. We are headed up to Maine, so hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler. But we'll definitely need a little bit of breeze. So speaking of breeze, the van came with this installed. This is a fan, Max fan that is usually made for RVs, and it's got different settings so you can make it more powerful. You can change the direction that the air comes in or out, and we really love having this. It cools the van off really quick. So if you didn't notice, we don't have AC. So did it come with it? I would love to add it. Not even sure if that's possible on the solar or if we can just add something that we can plug in when we're on shore power. But that is something we need. So this is the control panel for the solar and for the battery bank. So this unit has 3 Battle-Born batteries that are connected to 400 watts of solar panels on the roof. And it's good for us. We can, when we're on the road and it's sunny out, we're getting a nice charge, we can get through a good day and a half, 2 days on the battery bank. But when it is not sunny, we have to get a little creative and reserve some energy. We also make sure when we do park somewhere, we try to park in the sun so that we are charging. Because even if there's a little bit of overcast, it's still charging. So this is also our heat control. So we have a Webasto heater, and I'll show you where that's hidden in just a second. But this is the thermostat for the heater. This is the control for, or the panel for the battery bank, so we can see how much power we have left. It's blinking right now, so that means it's charging. We're at 88%. It's nice and sunny, so it should charge up pretty quick. And then this is for the converter. So if you wanted to use like the plugs, even the induction cooktop, things like that, you need to turn that converter on. So there are plugs. We have some 110s. We have some USB ports, which are really helpful for charging your phones and stuff. So there's ones on this side. There's ones on this side. Let's see what's underneath here. Oh, this lifts up. And this is maybe my favorite part of having a van on the road versus just traveling in a car. And that is a toilet. This is a cassette toilet. You just flip it up here. You can move the table right out of the way and go when you need to. So that has been very helpful to have while on the road, just to be able to pull over and use the restroom. And you just take it out and you dump it in another toilet and flush. It's just a little cassette toilet, so it's really, really helpful. And then under this side, someone gave me these covers. Aren't they cute? The little Orca theme, but with dolphins. I love it. So under here, there's storage. And I'm not going to take all this out because I'm packed up for the road right now. But there's another panel underneath here. And that Webasto heater is underneath. And it blows out right through this vent here. And this isn't usually here. I just have it kind of thrown there for now. But it blows out here. And that's where our heat comes from. It runs off of the gasoline from the gas tank. It only uses a tiny, tiny bit. We've kind of measured to see how much it's used overnight, and I mean, it's barely noticeable. So it works really well. Sometimes it works too well. Even with the thermostat on it, it gets toasty in here. We've gone camping in November and been pretty warm. So so that's helpful to have. Yes, I have a dust buster. It just makes cleaning the floor so much more convenient. So that's the inside. A cabin. Just normal van cabin. I would like to put in swivel seats. Maybe not on this side, but definitely one here. So we have one extra seat, especially if we had a third person in here. Usually it's just me and my husband and we sleep on the bed, but I have had a friend sleep on the table. This actually goes down, it lines up here, you can see the grooves, and this becomes a twin size bed. And I push the seat up. It's a little bit shorter than a twin size bed, but it'd be nice if they had a seat as well. So, all right, so here's the inside of the Orca van. Let's go check out the outside. All right, so we're in the back of the van, and one of the big selling points for this particular one for me was the garage. And this is called a garage, and it's very big compared to some other van units because of the height of the bed. So they put the bed up nice and high so that they would have all of this storage underneath. So right now it is chock full because we are getting ready for a family camping trip. But I'll try to show you what's around our stuff, and also kind of why we picked this large of a trunk unit. So first thing you can see, we have some e-bikes. We love our e-bikes. We have 2 of these. They are folded down so that they fit, and this goes down very deep, so you can see the other one up there. That's my husband's, and that is mine. And these are electric. This is 2nd or 3rd generation e-bike. They're pedal assist, so you still pedal, which is what made me want this particular one. I wanted exercise. I just don't want to go up the hills. And we can go a lot further on these. We go about 50 miles on one battery charge on the long range battery, and we have 2 of the batteries, so we can go 100 miles on these bikes, which is way more than we would have did on pedal pushing bikes. So we love having those with us when we travel. You can also see this thing. This is actually the hot water heater. So if we were to wash the dishes, take a shower, this runs on propane. The propane is in this little cubby right in here. There's a full-size propane tank in here, so we can just turn that on, and you can hook up a hose down to one of these, and it comes up here. It's got a magnet, it sticks on the door, and we can stand outside and take a hot shower. So that's helpful. We also use the showers in the campgrounds a lot just because it's more convenient and I don't have to clean them. So we do that a lot. This is all of our electrical wires. This connects the solar to the Renogy system. These are our fuses. There's the converter. The Battleborn batteries are in this cubby here. And yeah, and this pulls out. This is actually a drawer, and I'm not going to pull it out now because my husband packed this and I don't want him to get mad at me. But this whole drawer pulls out. It can hold up to 500 pounds, so it holds the bikes, it holds whatever else we want to put on there, and that way we can get at them a lot easier to take them out. So there's a ton of storage back here. And this is the other bug wall that I had mentioned. So this is a screen. You can see I have a little corner tucked up there so you can see. So the whole thing is screen on the top, or you can put the blackout panel down. It also has an attachment for the winter, which I have in my shed right now, which has a really thick plastic that clips on there, so you can have the back kind of closed up in case you were opening and closing the door in the winter and you wanted to keep your heat inside. Super helpful. We have used that. And then the bottom rolls down, and it has this just black opaque fabric for some privacy. So if you wanted to close that all the way down, you don't want people to see what you have in the back as you're opening the doors, you can do that. Or just to kind of close that off to not let the cold air in. We just leave it rolled up because we're going in and out of here as we're camping in the summertime, getting all the stuff out. So really love having all of the extra space. So I will maybe do another video, but maybe not. We'll see. The roof has a deck. So there's a ladder. There's a little collapsible ladder that we have that clips on to the roof deck there. And you can see the planking. You can also see our little tire chucks in case we were to get stuck in mud. We keep them up there just to have them with us when we're traveling. But there's some roof storage. Oh, you know what? I can get up here and kind of show you a little better. So there's some roof storage up there that we can attach stuff to the deck. You can even sit up there if you wanted to do some stargazing. I did do that at the top of Cadillac Mountain, and that was really nice. And then there's our 4 solar panels toward the front. So they're 100 watts each, totaling 400 watts for the whole unit. So lots of room up top as well. We're actually going to put some inflatable kayaks up there for this trip. We purchased a 2-person inflatable kayak, and rooftop carrier bag, like a waterproof rooftop carrier bag that we keep it in with all the paddles and the life preservers. And that gives us a lot more room. So we just strap that up on the roof when we're going to be using that. So yeah, it's a lot more space than our 13-foot Scamp trailer, which we love. Oh, one more thing I did is, and this is just simple, convenient thing, is I put these rain guards on the front windows. And the reason is because when it's rainy and warm, we need to have the windows open. So I got these screens. These particular screens are from Van Life. And I like them. Van Essentials, I'm sorry. Van Essentials. And I like them a lot because they're made specifically for this model of van. So they fit well. And I can keep the windows rolled down about an inch or two. And with the rain guard, even if we're having a gnarly storm, we can still get some air in those front windows. And with the fan going and pulling the air through, we get some nice cross circulation during rainstorms. So that's been helpful. That was like the first thing I did when I got the van, was the bug screens and the rain guards, just to get the airflow going through there. But like I said, I'd love to add some type of AC unit, even if it's like a portable unit. I'm still looking into what exactly the solar units can handle, 'cause I don't want to use up all that precious energy when we need it for other things like charging our devices and cooking and running the lights and all that stuff. So there she is. This is my Orca van, and I am loving her. So thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, where there's lots of different adventures that we've been on. We got some traveling tips and just cool stuff to see. Hope this inspires you to get out there and adventure. Thanks. Bye.